Hi, I'm Alexa, and we're doing this one a little bit differently. I have spent the better part of the past 2 hours. I started trying to record a video at 7, a little after 7, and it is now after 9. I don't know if it is my computer, I don't know if it is the internet, I don't know if it is StreamYard, but it will look like it is doing fine. It will have minor blips where the image will go out and come right back on. And then when I go and watch the video, it goes black for like 5 seconds at a time, or it will freeze the image. So we're doing it this way. This is just the regular video recording on my laptop camera. It's not, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't have a huge amount for tonight. I don't have a single topic. So my first topic is Everton. The last 4 results, starting with today's 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 2-2. Nothing spectacular, nothing, outside of that penalty that the VAR overturned a few weeks ago. There hasn't been anything that super stood out to me that I've wanted to add my voice or my perspective on. Today we had a penalty call overturned by VAR. This one was an error. This should not have been a penalty, right? I try to be extremely fair in my analysis of the calls in the game, and I want to say when it gets overturned and I agree with it, so that when I say it shouldn't have been overturned, maybe there's a little bit more believability or weight behind me saying that. Obviously everything is an opinion, but I do try to be very balanced in my opinions, even when the outcome is not the one that benefits me or my team. Honesty, right? That's all it comes down to, is honesty. To then kind of get into my theme of the highs and lows of shopping, Everton are coming over to the US for a summer tour, and I think it is I don't know if it's the Premier League Mornings, the NBC crew, I don't know who organized it, but it's 4 Premier League teams, 3 double headers, so they each play each other once, but then one is it's actually in New Jersey, but it's basically right near New York City. It's a short train ride across the river, under the river, I guess. Then Chicago, and then Atlanta. And I have been to multiple Everton games during preseason when they've been in the US. When I lived in New York, I actually flew to Chicago for one. I flew to Denver. That was a whole thing. I never actually saw the game. Don't ask me why. Stuff happened. And I ended up flying home the day before the game. It was me messing stuff up. It wasn't. Anyway, a couple of years ago, I went to Florida for Carabo Cup. That was good because it was 2 games, but it was in the same location, so we didn't have to travel in between. A few years ago, before that, several years before that, it would have been 2012, I think, we went to Philadelphia in Pennsylvania and then to Washington, D.C. That was a phenomenal trip. If you are coming over from the UK and you want to go to more than one game, please be aware you're going to need a day travel time in between each, because you need to get out of your hotel, you need to get somewhere. Driving, I mean, you could drive. It's probably somewhere 12 to 14 hours, depending on where you start in New York. New Jersey side is obviously going to be on the shorter side to get from there to Chicago. It's a quite a long haul. It is all basically once you get on 80, Interstate 80, then it literally takes you the whole way until the end. So you've got a little bit at the beginning and then a little bit at the end just to get to your hotel off of 80, wherever you're staying. Chicago to Atlanta, I'm not entirely sure, but I would imagine 10 to 12 hours is probably somewhere in the range of driving. I had originally thought of maybe trying to go to all three, and it's a lot easier to get to somewhere here in the US than it is to get an international flight to England and all of the stuff that goes along with that. And then I bought the ticket I'm a couple hours from Chicago, so I'm like, I'll buy the one for Chicago because I know for sure I'll be able to get to that one, even if it involves driving at home 3 hours late at night. The ticket itself is $130, and then the fees are another $50. Yeah, $180 and change. $180 and change for one frickin' ticket. One. This is the low. So the high is that I'm going to see Everton. Always love to see Everton, obviously. The low is the cost. This is disgusting. This is so horrible. We have been struggling, most of us, with the cost of living for years now, and this is absurd. When Everton have come over, I've never really felt like the ticket was ridiculous. The Carabao Cup, they ended up being, I don't remember them being terribly expensive. And then, and either way, what happened is two teams couldn't come because they caught COVID or whatever, so they refunded, and then we bought tickets at like half the price. So it ended up being super cheap compared to what it was. It wasn't $180 to begin with, though, and those were double-header games as well. So I think it is absolutely, absolutely disgraceful. And I don't remember the four teams, but I'm pretty sure Man U is one of them. Everton is one, so I don't remember two teams. My understanding is that Everton has some of the most affordable season tickets and just regular ticket price for all of the Premier League teams, and that Man United is one of the most greedy and takes up the most money from people. And it really feels like they're capitalizing on this. And I think it's absolutely disgusting. I bought the ticket I think it was yesterday, and I'm still furious about it. And then Ticketmaster itself, I had issues trying to get my Oasis tickets. I've had issues trying to get other tickets in the past. I had issues again. Ticketmaster is 100% a monopoly, and they need to be broken up. It is absolutely disgusting, and I mean disgusting, that you have no other way of getting your tickets outside of people buying them and then selling them for even more on StubHub or Scalper websites or whatever, which I'm never going to do. I'm not going to pay you more money. I'm going to only pay the price of the ticket, like the ticket and the fees from the original seller. I think it's disgusting, and that's a whole topic for a whole other day. Nobody needs to hear me rant about it more than I have done already. So, high, getting to see Everton, low, cost of the price. Then, to continue this shopping theme, I've needed to go shopping. I have a couple of work trips coming up, and I really needed a new suit jacket and pants. I suppose I could get away without the suit jacket, but I was like, I'm going to buy one anyway because I want to look professional. And I know I have been to one of these conferences I'm going to before, and it is much more casual, business casual. And I have talked to some people who've been to this other conference that I've never been to before, and they said that it's pretty casual there too. But I'm going to always try and put my best foot forwards. It doesn't look like it when I'm wearing one of my favorite t-shirts tonight. It says, hello, aloha, ciao, woof, meow. This is from Rocky Kanaka. He's a YouTuber. It is one of my absolute favorite t-shirts. It is so soft. It is such a soft, comfortable t-shirt. I've had this for several years now. I've washed it as many times as I've worn it, obviously. It is starting to get a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but it's not quite solid white anymore, but really phenomenal quality. And he does a lot of stuff for animals, rescuing dogs and cats. And they started a coffee farm, so now they have coffee, but I don't drink coffee, so yeah, they're amazing. Rocky Kanaka, you can find them on YouTube. But yeah, I want to look professional when I'm out and about. I think there's a time and a place for everything, and it doesn't hurt to try and look good. I say as I look probably in one of the worst I've looked in all of my videos so far. I needed new clothes. The stuff I have doesn't fit. Shockingly, it's too big. So, and I spend a lot of time at the store today getting more and more frustrated. I have what might be a controversial take, but there are these quote-unquote celebrated designers out there, and none of them can actually design for women's bodies that are not the stick-thin supermodel figure. They just have no frickin' desire or competence in doing that. And the stuff that you get from most places is obviously mass-produced. There are a couple of brands that do okay. So I was at Kohl's tonight. Vera Wang has a Simply Vera brand that she does for Kohl's, and I will say that several of her things end up being okay, but she has so much stuff that's just not. Like, they make it in bigger sizes, but it was not designed for bigger sizes. It was designed for stick-thin size 2 people. In recent years, and I've seen this across every clothing store I've been in, there's this fashion trend to like make tops shorter so that they stop at your waistline instead of by your hips, and that is, I don't think it suits anyone. I think that it's horrible, and I'm like, where's the extra 6 inches of fabric that needs to be on this? I was pleasantly surprised that I was able to find a pair of pants, professional pants, and a suit jacket. So what happened during COVID is everyone's working from home. No one was buying professional clothes in like 2021 or so. Kohl's literally had no suit jackets. There was nothing. There weren't even like proper black business pants, right? It was just casual t-shirts and shorts and linen, like khaki pant type things. I was in a bind at the time. I don't remember what I did. I think I went online and had to order something, but it was horrible. I was pleasantly surprised that they had as many business clothes, actual suit jackets and things there as they did today. So the low is that I had to spend 2 hours, and by the time I got to the register, it gives me such a headache. I get so stressed out by it. And then the register, they were trying to like, I already have a Kohl's account. I already have this. I already have that. And they're like, oh yeah, we need to put your email anyway and sign up. And it's because my Kohl's like got a Sephora or something in the past couple of years. So now they want you to like make an account that has the Sephora account. But like, I have a Sephora account. I don't need a Kohl's Sephora account. It was very frustrating. And I feel really bad for the lady at the register because I know she was doing her job and she was trying to be nice, and I was just not having it. I was just like, why? I have an account. I don't need to do this. And they were super sweet and then at the end I was like, fine, I'll do it. And I didn't have it's like, oh yeah, we're going to text you or email you a code. And I'm like, why? Why are you making me waste extra time at the register? I didn't yell at them. I didn't say any of this out loud, but it turns out that I'd left my phone at home. So I got I was like looking back. I'm like, I don't have my phone. I can't find my phone. Where is it? I was like, I thought I put it in when I put my Kohl's. I don't carry my Kohl's credit card, right? You get extra percentage off sometimes if you have it. So I'll use that and then just pay it right away. I thought I put my phone with my card in, knowing I was going to Kohl's. I didn't. I'm like, I don't know where my phone is. She was like, it's okay. She's like, it's okay. You're fine. So the good news is I got some stuff. The low is that I had to go and deal with that, and I've been putting it off. But I'm very excited I got the stuff I needed. I got a new wallet because the one I have had for several years now. It's starting to fall apart in where it folds. It's fake leather, so like if it folds like this, like the seam is completely cracking. And I've looked several times for a wallet and couldn't find one. And so I'm glad they had those as well tonight. And then the other high from shopping is actually in my picture. So I finally was able to get myself a new money tree, and I had a money tree for the longest time. I don't know, it was like 7 or 8 years. And I think I figured it out. I think they're a little bit finicky. And I think what happens is when I was working in an office pre-COVID, I wouldn't give it as much attention. I would forget to water it, and so I never overwatered it. And I think overwatering is what happened, is when I was at home during COVID, like many people, I started buying more plants. I have several plants and they do okay, but I had bought more. And I think I was giving them more attention, and I think it just got a little over watered or something. Anyway, this one looked a lot better when I picked it up. I went to Home Depot and shockingly they had them. I've looked a few times and they haven't had them the other times I've been there. And it looked a little better. It had a lot more larger leaves, like this one right at the top. And I think the window where I put it, where I'd kept my other one for 8 years, I think it was too much of a shock of a difference from where it was in Home Depot in the building to where this bright window. And it started basically, I think, burning the leaves. So this is the last set. They're going to fall off in a day or two probably. But this one has a lot of new growth. You can't really see it, but right here is a set of 5 leaves that is just teeny. And then there's another one up here that's also growing. You can't really see it. Where is it? I can't get it. I'm not going to do it. There it is. It's right here. You can see right here. Now these are really pale green. So this is a really dark green and quite a structurally sound leaf. These are a lot thinner and a lighter green. I don't know if you can really see the difference. So I was looking online. So it's a bit of a low that it seemed to get shock from me bringing it home, but it's a high that I was able to get one, and we're going to see what we can do for it. I need to buy some liquid nutrition for it. I don't have any. And I pulled it off of the window ledge where it must be too bright. And I do have a grow light, so I have set it on the blue setting, and I've been giving it about 3 hours for the past couple days each day. Did I do it yesterday or the day before? So either 2 or 3 days at this point. So this is really exciting. Maybe other people wouldn't be as excited, and it does look a little bit straggly, but I love it anyway. And I think once these fall off, and some of these, there's even new growth like right in here. I don't know if you can see, but they're in here. Various new growth. I think once some of that grows in, it's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to see how this looks and hopefully upload it. And I apologize for the quality and the content not being maybe a little just disjointed today. This is just real life, and sometimes you got to just do what you got to do to get something up. And, you know, I try pretty hard to make sure I don't miss too many Wednesdays or Saturdays. So this is what we got. If you made it this far, as always, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Be kind to yourself.